Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to Jen's Place. Today I will be doing my review of Little Women Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 1, No Respect for the Queen. So, when we first see the episode, when it first starts off, we have all the ladies, the twins, Miss Juicy, Abira and Monie all do like a little tribute thing to Minnie because, as we know, Miss Minnie passed away like right after they started filming, so I'm guessing that she's only in the first episode or maybe the second episode. I'm not sure. Anyways, they do that. And then first, when it starts off, we see Abira. She is moving from Florida to Atlanta, and we see she shows her 4 kids that she has, and then Juicy pops up, to welcome her to Atlanta, the Queen of Atlanta, boo. So Miss Juicy comes, and she comes by and talks to Abira to welcome her to the neighborhood, and as soon as she walks up, she talking about, woo, this hill. Because, Abira's house is like on a hill, so her driveway is like slanted. That just took me out. Okay, so anyways, they start talking, and she asks Abira, like, what's up with her and Minnie? And Abira's like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm not even going to worry about her because her loyalty is to the twins, and I'm just trying to get my career going. So that's why Abira moved her kids from Florida to Atlanta, so she could work on her career. She invites Juicy to her housewarming party, and that was that. And Miss Juicy says she's gonna go. Okay, so up next we see Amanda and Minnie working out. It's kind of weird to talk about Minnie because I know you guys all know that she is gone, and it's kind of weird because, yeah. Anyways, Minnie was like, she was getting out of breath because of her congestive heart failure while they were working out, and they talk about what happened about at the reunion, and Miss Juicy saying that she was lying about her being sick or whatever. So, anyways, Minnie tells Amanda, excuse me, y'all, I'm so tired today. Minnie tells Amanda that she's going to get some paperwork from her doctor stating that she does have congestive heart failure. And also Minnie tells her that Abira's having a housewarming party or whatever, and if her and her sister are going to come, if Amanda and Andrea is going to come, and Amanda's like, no, I don't think we're going to go. She was like, you know how my sister is. Next we see, after that we see Miss Juicy at home pouring a big glass of wine. The glass was almost as big as her. Anyways, and then she gets a knock at the door, and it is Monie knocking at the door. So Monie got all her luggage on the porch, on Juicy's porch, because before Monie got there, Monie is from Texas, so once she came to Atlanta so that way she can, start her career, I'm guessing. But she didn't bring her son, mind you. He's supposed to be staying with his grandma, her son is. Anyways, Miss Juicy opened the door, and she's like, Monie, like, what's she doing here? But Miss Juicy did offer her a place to stay, going back to that. So anyways, she's looking at her all up and down, and Miss Juicy's in the confessional like, I don't even know, like, basically she ain't gonna be staying at my house because she didn't even have my back, Anyway, so they get to talking, and Monie's like, why'd you looking at me like that? Like, basically Juicy is like, come on in, don't bring your bags in, leave them at the door. okay, that's how Monie was looking like. Okay, so anyways, Juicy then explains to her the reason why, she doesn't want her to bring her bags in because she doesn't really know if she's going to want Monie to stay there. And Juicy tells her that you wasn't being a good friend because you wasn't being a good friend because you didn't have my back when Minnie was lying. How do we know that Minnie wasn't lying about the congestive heart failure or whatever? So she and she was like, Monie's like, you know what, I'm going through my own things at the time. You don't know what I'm going through. So, I don't have to, basically Monie just don't want to have, she don't want to be in the middle of it, of what Minnie and Miss Juicy got going on. So, Monie's like, well, I'm just going to go to a hotel. And then she walks out of Juicy's house. Then we see Amanda and Chris talking about the kids and her parents, and that then they start talking about her sister and their relationship or whatever. And she just feels like because at the reunion, Amanda said that she wanted to do her own thing. She wanted to basically do solo stuff. And she wants to worry about her husband, since she got married or whatever to Jordan. So then we go back and we see Abira and her kids. We go back to Abira's house. This is a lot of Abiras, okay? So we go back to Abira's house, and then Abira and her kids are eating dinner, barely getting stuff moved in the house. And she gets a knock on the door, and it's Monie. I thought she was going to go to, or Monie, however you say her name, Monie. It looks like Monie to me. Anyways, and it's Monie at the door, and she got her luggage, and Abira opened the door like, hey girl, what you doing with all those bags, And then they get in and talk, and she was like, can I stay here? Because Juicy kicked me out. Juicy kicked me out, which is wrong. And Abira's like, that is wrong. She was like, I don't know what Charlene got going. So she called Miss Juicy by her real name. She didn't even say Juicy. She called her Charlene. And that ain't the only time that she called her that either. Abira, she's a mess. And she was like, Abira's like, no problem, you can stay here. Then they talk about the party and that, the party and stuff, and say that, Abira tells her that she invited everybody, including the twins and stuff, and all that. She just wants to be, in her mind, she feels like they all family. She wants them all to get together to meet her kids because, she has a daughter that is a little person, and she wants her daughter to be able to see other little people that's grown-ups, and basically so her daughter can understand, yeah, you little and I'm little, and there's other little people out here just like you. That's what she was trying to do with having that party, I believe. So she can show her daughter that, because she does has one daughter that is a little person, and the other three are regular sized kids. They're just regular. They ain't little. They actually bigger than her. And so she has a one that's younger than the little girl that's a little person, and that one, he don't want to listen to the big sister, even because she's little, so he's like, no, she ain't my big sister, she's my little sister. Anyway, so the twins meet up, and then they talk about their relationship with each other, and they get to crying about, Andrea gets to crying to Amanda, saying that basically, what am I going to do without you? You like my second mom or whatever. You always get me together. And whatever, they hug and all that, and Amanda is just telling her, look, I just want to be a wife, I want to become a mother, all this stuff, I just want to live my life for a little bit right now. I gave you time to have all your babies, because Andrea got 3, so she gave her time to have her babies. She want to do her own thing right now. Give her some time to spend time with her husband, to make her some babies, okay? So then next we see it's Abira's housewarming party. That's the next day. So we see Monie and Abira setting things up. And then next thing you know, Minnie comes over. She comes, she got a gift, and she's all breathing all hard because, you know, it's a long walk for her, I guess, and going up that hill. So, and then on top of that, it's stairs, and it's a lot of stairs at Abira's house. I don't know how she unpacked up all them boxes up them steps or her little legs, but she did it. She seems like, Abira seems like she's really strong. Anyway, so Abira asks Minnie, you know, what's up with the twins? Is they gonna come? And Minnie says, like, I don't know if they coming or not. You know, I told them about it, and I don't know if they're gonna come. You know how they are. And Abira's like, oh, well, basically, I'm still gonna party with or without them. And then Juicy shows up, and it's kind of, when they was all there, it was just Monie, Abira, and Minnie, and they all did a shot because that was what you had to do when you came in the house, was take a Jello shot. And so they was all making little suggestions about being gross, so I'm not gonna say it on my channel. Anyways, so then Juicy shows up, and it's all awkward. You know, the tension is just weird. She gonna say in her little confessional, when I walked in, Minnie or Monie didn't speak to me. First of all, when you come into somebody's home, you are the one that should be speaking, not them. You know, if you wanted them to speak to you, you need to speak to them. You know, Juicy, you need to have respect. Give respect and you will get respect. You know, that's what she needs to understand. Just because you old don't mean that they gotta follow suit. Okay, so then Abira goes, what else happens? Okay, so Miss Juicy gets there. She got a gift too. Then, you know, after she's all in the house for a little bit, they go outside because Abira's like, you know, we need to clear the air. We need to clear the air because this is just too much tension. I don't like all that. I don't like it. We need to clear the air. As soon as they sit down, you know, it looks like they eating some Popeye's chicken and some fruit on a stick. So, so what happened? Okay. So Abira, she starts the whole conversation off like, okay, Juicy, why did you say that Minnie was faking at the reunion? And she was like, that is not cool, Charlene. You know, and then next thing you know, we see Minnie get up and throw her paperwork, done got in her purse, throw her paperwork in Juicy's face, and Juicy threw it right back at her. As soon as she started walking away, Juicy threw the paper back at her. But she hit Miss Juicy in the face with that paper, you know. So then, what else happened? Oh, and then the girls pick up the paper and get it. I think Monie did. Yeah, Monie picked up the paper, and she was like, Juicy, just read it. You didn't even read it. You didn't even look at it. Because Minnie was like, speaking of that, she just got up and threw the paper in Miss Juicy's face, and it was kind of funny, but okay. So anyways, I thought it was hilarious. And then in the confessional, Juicy says, if I would have known that they was gonna be all coming at me like this, I would kept my black at home. I'm like, okay, you should not went it. She don't want, you know, they all coming at her. Even Monie goes in on her, telling her that, then Monie goes in telling her, you know, how she felt about it, about, not about Minnie, but about herself. You know, she chimes in and says that you're supposed to be there for me. I thought out of all the people you would have been there for me, but you don't even want me to stay at your house and all this stuff. Then they all go, they all yelling at Juicy, and Juicy just sitting there. She really ain't saying nothing. But she was like, I don't know if the only thing that she did say was, I don't even know if that paperwork is real. She could, people get fake paperwork all the time. So she is going to the extreme with it, and I think that it's real petty what Juicy is doing and how she's acting. I know it's probably scripted or whatever, but I think that Miss Juicy is being petty for her age. She needs to not act like that. And anyways, she should be okay. So skip that. Then the next day, we see Minnie meeting up with the twins, and they talk about what happened at the party. And Minnie's like, she goes into it saying that she threw her paperwork in Juicy's face and all this stuff, and that Abira went in on Juicy, and basically the twins was like, did you have our back or something like that? Like, Minnie feels like that the twins should have been there so that way they could have had her back or whatever, but I don't know. Oh, the twins was like, Minnie told the twins, like, Abira asked, why you guys didn't come to her party, and they was both like, why? Because we don't get along with her. Abira and the twins don't really get along with each other. I don't know what it is about them, but they cannot stand one another. Okay, so, but it seemed like last season that they was kind of getting along at first, and then all of a sudden just went downhill after they did that little song together, and then, at that little show that they did. So, anyways, then Juicy and Monie meet up, and they apologize to each other about, what was going on. Monie tells Juicy that she's probably going to end up getting a divorce from Moreland, and Minnie's like, okay, I have been through the same thing, and, I already been through a divorce, and I know how it is. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. And, she just apologized. They just apologized to each other, and then she invites her she tells her that she's going to be doing a launch party for her eyeglasses that she has, her eyewear that she got, and I don't know how to say the name of it. And Monie asked her, are you going to invite Minnie? And she was like, yeah, I'm going to invite her. I'm going to invite everybody. So then we see Minnie cleaning out her closet, and her mom comes in, and they talk about the party. They talk about that Juicy is having a lunch party, and her mom, Minnie's mom, tells her that, she should go so that way she can upstage Juicy or whatever. And she was like, also upstage her and to show Juicy that, I could not mess with you, but I will still support you or whatever. And then her mama was like, she was telling her mom about the Abira's party too. And her mom was like, y'all are a mess. She was like, y'all little women are a mess. Which they are. So anyways, they all go to the launch party. It's the day of Miss Juicy's party, and the night of it, I guess. So we see everybody getting ready for the party or whatever, and we see all the clothes that they done put on. Monie and Abira goes together, and on their way there, Abira's like, I just don't even have time for it. But I do want to know why they didn't come to my party. Because, her kids wanted to meet the twins. But you know why they didn't come to your party, Abira, because they don't like you and you don't like them. So what is the point of them going to your party? Okay, so anyways, they all there at the party, and the twins show up last after Miss Juicy, or before Miss Juicy, I believe. Yeah, anyways, when Miss Juicy comes in, you know, it's flowers. She having some little purple flowers being put down, and it's just a mess. So she gets in there, she got on her shades. You know, they have shades on. She got like waiters and stuff with carrying her shades on some trays so they could try them on. They all trying them on, but then as soon as the twins get there, Abira walks away like, I can't do this. She walks away and goes to the back and orders some chicken and waffles or something. And then next thing you know, Miss Juicy comes, then she do a speech in front of everybody, and her speech was like something crazy. I don't even know all the stuff that she said because I did not write that down, but she did mention health in it in her speech. Well, and while she was doing her speech, Minnie was like, what does her health have to do with, you know, with these glasses? I was having a good time until then, you know. I know that was a jab at me, you know, and so that's what she's telling Abira and him, and then Abira takes it upon herself and asks, was that shade towards Minnie? Asks Miss Juicy that, and Juicy says, you know, no, it wasn't no shade, but, you know, Miss Juicy, she did become a vegan, so maybe, you know, hey, she was just saying, you know, you got to boss up with your life, and boss up with your career, and boss up with your health, and, you know, just all the way around. But Abira getting in people's business, and then all of a sudden she gonna say to the twins, why y'all big bubblehead ain't come to my party? And then one of the twins spit at Abira. They just started fighting. You know, one of the twins spit at Abira, and glass was thrown. That somebody tried to get Abira's glass, but she wouldn't give it to them. And so, you know, you can hear Miss Juicy telling Minnie, get your clients. And they just going at it. People have to, you know, pull them apart. They just acting a fool. Juicy is feeling embarrassed. You know, she's trying to get in between them. So was Minnie. And the twins' husbands were there. Well, yeah, the twins' dudes was there. So they, you know, grabbed them and took them outside. Abira, before that, Miss Juicy done got cut with glass on her foot, I believe, and on her head, looked like. So it was blood all over the floor, glass all over the floor. It was a mess. And then all you hear is Abira just talking her stuff out, you know, talking her stuff, screaming to the top of her lungs. They want to jump me. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. I'm like, oh my God, these little women, okay? They just flipping out. Just acting a plumb fool. Anyway, so then you know, you hear Minnie saying, Miss Juicy's bleeding. And then Miss Juicy saying, oh God. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My son ran out here. Okay, so then, you know, oh wait, I said that you can hear Miss Juicy saying, Abira, I think she cut me with her glass on an accident. It wasn't on purpose. But basically, she thinks that she got cut by Abira. And after that, it goes off, and we're going to have to see what's going to happen on the next episode. I can't wait to see how this ends with that. But like I said, I feel kind of uncomfortable talking about Minnie, and she's not here. So, she's not here on Earth anymore. So, anyways, rest in peace to Minnie, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. And sorry about the little interruption from my son. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And join the fam.